obviously, the winner of the Rams-Eagles game. And to me, as long as the Bills successfully get past the Ravens, they're on a tear, and they're gonna go over the Chiefs.
It's gonna be interesting. Well, hopefully it'll be interesting. There's nothing interesting about watching New York and LA in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah. Was it
Oh shit. Fuck. All right, I'm back. Okay. 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 I think we're good. All right.
the Lions definitely just showed why LOL regular season.
Well, I knew they weren't going to win the Super Bowl because of all the injuries, and I thought they'd be able to beat Washington. I mean, my God, that's humiliating.
Well, that's exactly the thing. Is I hate to have to constantly bring up my own team, but the Dolphins are actually a great example. Because last year we were the most injured team in the league going into the playoffs. This year it was the Lions. Well, what happens when you're the most injured team in the league? You have to rely heavily on the few guys you've got who are actually playing. What that meant for Miami is that they had to rely heavily on Tua, in which case he forced things, and that's never been his strength, so it looked awful. In the Lions' case, they had to rely heavily on Goff, and much the same exact way. Goff's weakness is that he's a great game manager. He's extremely capable of that. He won't ruin the game for you if everything else is clicking. But if you have to rely on him, he will very quickly go on tilt, and it will just become a failure cascade that will make you wonder how the hell it was even possible that you thought he was any kind of decent in the first place. That's exactly what we saw here today. He looked really good right up until that pick six, and then he just completely fell apart.
I feel bad for Lions fans, though. This was obviously meant to be their year, and then the football gods decided no.
Yeah.
All right, the convoy's set up, so you should be able to come in whenever.
Yeah, I'm trying to load the game up now. Well, yeah, it just goes to show that when getting the first round bye and the number one seed in home field sounds like a great idea, but you have to be able to capitalize on it.
Right.
So if you're a team like the Chiefs that have been there before, you know that securing that is going to work out for you. But if you're a team like the Lions, and you just want to have it done because you think it's so important, but you risk everything by doing that, like they clinched playoffs sooner than any other NFC team. And it's like, with the benefit of hindsight here, once they did that, they should have just started sitting people because they pushed their guys too hard to get that number 1 overall seed, and that's how they got hurt.
It doesn't help, especially when you have a head coach that is just obsessed with giving it your all at all times. It's like, remember when Chris Bosh, the first year of the Big Three Heat, had that quote about how coach wants us to work and we just want to chill?
Hold on a second. I'm trying to load my game in. It's not on your end. It's just that I'm trying to load. Things are really messed up.
Hey, Madwolf. Hey. They took TikTok down 90 minutes earlier than expected in America. People were trying to get their last fix of TikTok in, and then they just yoinked it at 7:30 instead of 9.
Okay, man.
All right, I see you. Pick whichever job you like.
All right.
Well, I think we already did, Mad Wolf. Although I will say I am all up to do as long a job as you want. I woke up very late this morning, so I am in no hurry to go to bed anytime soon.
All right, I'll find some.
Yeah, apparently Trump is expected to delay the ban of TikTok when he gets into office to give Kevin O'Leary a chance to buy it, which... Could you imagine if TikTok got purchased by a right-wing influencer?
Voice is going crazy in Discord.
Oh, shit. Hold on. By going crazy, what do you mean?
You keep cutting out and sounding metallic and robotic.
Shit. All right, well, my input volume... For some reason, my input volume kept cranking up. Is that any better?
Somewhat, but you still cut in that a little bit.
Huh. Test. What the heck? Okay, how about now? Test.
It's better.
That
It's
is
fine.
better?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I was messing with the settings in Discord, Mad Wolf, not locally.
God, my
Shit. Okay. Pissed. So apparently Trump is expected to delay the banning of TikTok to give Kevin O'Leary a chance to buy it, which... Can you imagine if TikTok gets purchased by a right-wing influencer? Like, they lost X, now they're going to lose TikTok. They're not going to survive this. That is hilarious. I think Dan Campbell is a vibes guy, and I think he's in some serious trouble. I think Dan Campbell's in trouble.
Bro.
Huh?
Are young folks gonna massively learn to use TikTok or VPNs so that they can stay on TikTok?
VPNs are easy to use, though.
Yes, they are. So that's why I don't understand why everyone's like not saying just get a VPN.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, you can't use really, Mad Wolf, you can't use a VPN. Interesting. I thought the whole point of a VPN was that you could use it and the thing that you're using it for wouldn't know. What is the value of a VPN otherwise?
My guess is just that they probably shut down like really common VPN IPs, you know, like the free stuff that you could install as like a browser extension on Chrome and shit like that. They probably, knocked those out. But any paid VPN program probably still active.
The Cowboys have not made the NFC title game since 1999. 1995, excuse me. The team that has the second longest measure of time between them and their last NFC title appearance is the Bears, who made it in 2010. The Cowboys have had the same general manager in every single one of those seasons, by the way.
Yeah. Like I said in the Discord, it's a good example of democracy being retarded, because the Cowboys are the only NFL team that clears $1 billion in revenue, and it's closer to $2 billion than it is to $1 billion.
Right.
Money. So it doesn't matter that the team has that many fans and that many people buying merchandise. They're dog shit. And they're the worst team in the NFC over the last 30 years. They have less playoff wins as a team in Texas than the fucking Texans. Like, they've got less playoff wins than the Texans. The last time they won the Super Bowl. And the Texans haven't even existed for as long as it's been since the last time they won a Super Bowl.
It's pretty bad. Are you having issues finding a job, or?
No, I'm just trying to do a million things at once.
Okay. That's fine. Mad Wolf, as far as I know, we already gave Hank Fraley a second interview, so... The interesting name might be Tanner Engstrand. Tanner Engstrand is going to be available now. I do feel bad for those Lions fans, though. This was so obviously the year, and then that.
I really didn't expect to see that. It really does say, "We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office."
Yep.
It's incredible, to the point where I legitimately wonder if set up for them to put that in writing there. Just like they said, there's approval rating can skyrocket among the youth. Everyone's like, a ton of TikTokers, some of the last TikToks coming out were just massively shitting on the government for banning TikTok. And then this comes out, and by saying once he takes office, it underscores the fact that Trump is not the reason that this got banned. In fact, he's trying to get it unbanned. The other guys that did this to you as a middle finger on the way out.
Right.
That's impressive. The reason people think you can't use a VPN to use TikTok is because any account that was made from IP based in the US, that's how they're trying to do the whole banning it still, even if you're using a VPN. All that means is just make a new account and you're fine. That is really funny. Yeah, every TikTok related community right now is just like, hey guys, here's how to use a VPN.
Yeah, like
That is
it's hard.
wow. That's. I mean, Zoomers and younger, might actually not have a fucking thought. I don't know. Anyway, so trying to find a job that is written. Did you do high value cargo yet?
What did I do? I don't think I have yet. Let me check my skills here real quick. Yeah, no, I have.
It's on the home.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. Good. Thanks for letting me know.
Shucks, fuck, and suck. You see, the humor is derived from the fact that Sneed's feed and seed rhymes. So therefore, you would also expect Chuck to have his store name rhyme with his name. So therefore, if you apply the same first letters of the rhyming words, feed and Sneed, you come out with fuck and suck.
Okay, so the menu is telling me that this one is not a high value required job. So we're going to find out.
Okay. Yeah, I can pick it up.
Okay, good.
All
I
right.
picked this one because it was the largest payout that was available. So I was going to be all kinds of pissed.
Planet. My Arrakis. My Dune.
Holy fuck, that's a long trailer. Well, now we know why there's such a big payout.
Wait a minute. I only have one trailer. Is it longer than average? I guess. Hey, what the hell? Okay. Why isn't this thing working? Wait. Okay. Can we not leave? Oh, okay, there we go. Wasn't detecting me at first for some reason.
Also, I watched a VOD of you playing.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see the steering wheel on your camera feed.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
So I was like, oh, well, that stinks. But then I was watching the actual gameplay and I was like, your game looks so much fucking better than mine. Ridiculous. I appear to be having the exact same problem you are having. I'm gonna see if I can drive through the. No,
You
I can't
can't.
smash it.
You have to get over to where you're clearly in the right side. I could
And
point
this
the
is
camera
stupid.
down a little bit so people could see some of the steering wheel, actually. Wait a minute. No, they still can't see it. I lowered it down as much as
That
I
took
can
for
go without cutting off my head.
that's fine. That took forever to get out. Holy crap.
I do have a second webcam. What I could do is point the webcam at my steering wheel, but it would look weird. Yeah. The steering wheel is just barely off screen. Oh, they gave me barely over half a tank. How nice. Oh, I'm about to drive 1,800 miles. Let's just give them barely over half a tank. That makes sense.
What?
No, I started the mission with barely over half a tank of gas.
Well, the real question is if you're in a sleeper or a day cab. Because if you're in a day cab like I am, you're gonna have to get a lot of gas pretty often.
Mm-hmm.
Not looking forward to this.
Man, are we towing a lot of weight on this mission? Because I am not getting much acceleration.
Killer.
I'm still there. Only 13 gears.
But that's fine. The transmission's not as important to me as the horsepower.
Imagine if TikTok comes back and it's all like right-wing propaganda because Trump saved it from the American ban.
That would be pretty funny. But just as long as it's a Chinese company, I don't think that'd ever happen. But if they straight up, if they abandon their Chinese roots and like all the Chinese people involved in it just actually just like left and fucked off, obviously they try to leave a back door open. But you know, somebody who had a brain in their head was like, let me close that back door real quick. You know, and then like an Elon type bought it. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Well, that's what they're saying. Trump is going to suspend the ban by 3 months to give Kevin O'Leary time to buy it.
The only thing I want is to make sure that it's just as anti-Semitic. That's an important part of the TikTok culture.
Well, I don't know much about Kevin O'Leary. Some people call him the Canadian Trump, and he used to be on Shark Tank. Booba. Hey, Jake.
Horrible mistake today. I got a burrito, and I usually like to get the burrito without pico de gallo because there's a ton of cilantro in it, and I'm one of the people that can't taste cilantro properly. It just tastes like shit to me.
Ah,
Burning. So there's a ton of raw onions in there, and I like onions, but raw onions are very strong in flavor, and putting a shitload in there is just it's just not appetizing. I love the raw flavors. So the
Jake,
burrito I
thank you
like
for
to
the
get is the
follow.
carnitas burrito. Now that's fried pork with pico de gallo and guacamole.
Right.
Also, you missed the turn.
Yeah, I know.
So so I like to get it without pico, so then it's just the fried pork and guacamole.
Pico de gallo.
But you completely forgot. So I say to the guy, I'm fucking retarded. I say to him, like, yeah, let me get no guac.
Oh.
And it didn't even register to me until I take it home and I take a bite in there and I'm like, ah, it tastes like shit. And I'm all like, what? Why is there pico de gallo in this? And I'm all like, this is a lot drier than it usually is too. And I'm like, oh, there's no guac in this. And then I look at the receipt, there's no guac, and I'm like, fuck, I said the wrong fucking thing. I mean, I ate it anyway because like whatever, and it was the only food I had, and I spent the money on it. I'm not gonna throw it away or anything.
Right.
But yeah, all I taste right now is just onions and cilantro, and I'm like, my stomach hurts. Ugh.
Well, you got to get those burritos in before the 20th. Because apparently, if you don't have Mexicans, you can't possibly make Mexican originated food, right? That's how it
Ah,
works.
every different distinct group of the bean people, they all have their own version of a burrito. They just call them different things.
Mhm.
It's all a fucking cartel racket. And
Okay.
Colombians telling me it's empanadas. I'm like, no.
Okay. I'm going to bang out an illegal as shit U-turn here. Oh, I can't. That barrier's literally impenetrable. Great. Just what I always wanted.
Man, that's crazy. Twitter search right now for Jaden Daniels. And unfortunately, I haven't received any results yet, so I've got a lot of work to do.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Isn't a vast majority of the population of Washington, D.C., I am right on that, right? I think it's like over 80%. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
What is?
80% of Washington, D.C.'s population is black, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's insanely high. It's supposed to be the largest black population of any city in the country.
Hmm.
What's really crazy is, like Baltimore's like extremely close to DC too,
Hmm.
to the point where I often bring it up. It's called the DMV, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Baltimore is part of that. There, all in that area. So it's crazy to me that both of those cities have, they're in the top five. So I'm like, you'd figure their proximity to each other would have bled some of that off, but not. It's
Hmm.
crazy.
Well, I've gotten stuck pretty bad here. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, shit.
Had him driving on the wrong side of the road. Let's go.
Okay, I think we're good.
Didn't even get fined. Oh, because you're not supposed to be on the wrong side of the road. If you're on the wrong side of the road, you don't even have a speed limit. Because the game gets confused. You can only get fined for wrong side of the road driving, not for speed. That's pretty fun.
What an odd thing to say. Oh, wow. They didn't even get upset at me because the truck is damaged. Awesome.
What?
They did not get upset at me because I damaged the truck when I went to the way station. So I am way behind you now. Unfortunately.
This is what I got when I search for Jaden Daniels N-word.
Did a tweet that you made. Far more interesting would be Jared Goff N-word. All right, I'm going to get my truck fixed so I don't have to worry about the damage I just did to it.
Let's change my Twitter name to #1 Cowboys fan. They're putting a bunch of like Cowboys pictures all over my profile and everything.
Okay.
Racist things I can think of about the Commanders.
So apparently Brock Purdy is going to try to get the biggest QB contract ever, like bigger than Dak. He wants like $61 million a year. And honestly, I think Jared Goff is probably about as good a quarterback as Purdy. So, like, after watching what happened tonight, I would not be in a big hurry to pay that.
Right. Purdy is above average, but the market value has been set. Above average is $50 million. It is not $60 million. The Cowboys can afford that kind of mistake because they, like I said, team that has more than $1 billion in revenue every year. They make a shitload of money. It's outrageous. But kind of money away, it doesn't turn into wins. They just miss the playoffs. Same in their division is because the Giants were the worst team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But they have the longest drought since appearing in an NFC Championship game of any team in the conference. They're terrible. And they've been terrible for a very long time. Now, maybe that's not Dak's fault, but paying him $60 million when you have a salary cap isn't going to help. This isn't baseball. I say all that to say that Dak's contract is retarded for the Cowboys, but they're probably the only team in the league that wouldn't be insanely crippling because they're already fucked as it is. Why on earth Brock Purdy thinks he can get more than that and that it would somehow be something the Niners would deliver on when they're not in the position to be able to afford to throw that kind of money away and it's not going to translate into wins. No team that has spent that kind of money on a quarterback has ended up better off. And every single team that threw that kind of money at a quarterback, they kept the guy short, but they got worse because they couldn't keep everybody else. The Bengals competing for, a spot in the Super Bowl is over. Understand what people think,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're the player, sure, of course you want to get that bag, but like sitting there being like, yeah, I'm going to get the biggest contract in NFL history. Really? Figured you'd have the decency to go out and actually win a Super Bowl first, but.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're back on the road. I'm off to a terrible start on this mission, but so be it.
I feel like I got in a couple of crashes because of lag. And stuff, I just adopted the Kramer style of driving. Length.
Come on. All right, I'm at 1,600 miles away. I assume you're way ahead of that.
What?
The distance, remaining distance. I'm at 1,600.
I had my suspicions for a while. That just confirmed it. We're definitely having problems again because I'm hearing maybe every fifth word.
Shit.
I just don't.
Okay, I have an idea. Anyway, this is better.
Yeah, it's fine so far.
I know it doesn't really mean a lot, but what I did is I turned off my software, audio software, and I'm just using the raw microphone. So hopefully this will be a little bit better.
Distance left is 1362.
Yeah, I got a lot of work to do.
Just left Oklahoma. And I'm in Kansas now.
Yeah, as someone who has always kind of downplayed the whole, NFL helps the Chiefs win thing, today was really fucking bad.
I need gas and to sleep, apparently. I was not paying attention. That is like, obviously everyone's like, oh, the Chiefs, they're gonna three-peat. Like, I know why you'd think that, because, you're a casual retard, and, that they were 15-2, and they could have easily finished 16-1 if they just took the last game of the season seriously. I get it. I get why you're saying that. Literally just needed the rest to baby them to make it past a listless Texans team that should have lost to the Chargers. This is a very bad sign.
Right.
Now,
The only
teams
thing that can
haven't.
save the Chiefs is Matt Araiza.
Yes, unironically. haven't been played yet tomorrow, but for me, it's a done deal. Rams over Eagles, Bills over Ravens. Because what those bird teams do year after year is they find a way to choke and suck and disappoint. And, the Lions will not be the last ones to do that. I'm just going to go with what's always happened before. And the Eagles often manage to find a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. And the Ravens have never won an important playoff game against a good team ever. And assume that the same things will keep happening. If the refs needed to baby the Chiefs against team, then I feel very strongly about what I was saying, which is that there's certain teams that are going to make it because narratives are important. Where these teams play from is important. The market and the revenue generation is important. They're not going to let teams just play this out because that Texans game was atrocious. Oh, wrong way offense. It's only $200. Why would I care?
That $200 could have bought you a Nintendo Switch in a year when the Switch 2 is out, maybe.
Only got a 130-gallon gas tank. That's just atrocious.
That's like having a bladder the size of an apple.
Basically. Guess I'm actually gonna possible to maneuver in this area with how massive my trailer is.
What are we transporting, by the way? I forgot to look. Transporters or something?
1,000 pounds of transformers.
Are they Autobots or Decepticons?
Boo. No, you should be able to recognize what they are when you zoom out the camera, and look at the trailer and everything.
Yeah.
You see those green square box thingies around town all the time. This is like one of the longest trailer attachments we've ever had, and they're making me drive through residential streets right now. This is so fucking stupid. Awful.
Makes you think of that old joke. A bishop was invited to speak at my school today. What'd you think about him? He was a fucking imposter. I never once saw him move diagonally. That's a classic. Boys
Holy
have
shit, that was a bad one.
penis. Girls have a vagina.
Enemy head on, and I just crashed into him because, like, fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most damaged I've ever been. I fucking framed that guy. Wow.
Is your truck busted, or does it still work?
Still going. Going south. God damn it. Just tow me to the fucking place. Jesus Christ. This is so insanely retarded. You're kidding me, man. The fucking GPS tells me to go southbound. Why? I wouldn't even fucking known if I didn't zoom out on the map. What? Just. Oh, God. Why? What is even the point?
Ah. What? Apparently, some teenagers and children are calling 911 because of the TikTok ban. Apparently, some 911 centers are being flooded because of people calling in about TikTok.
That's retarded.
Now, if all of them go to jail, we'll be taking care of multiple problems at the same time, right?
I can't wait for the midterms to literally be about fucking TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Especially because of why it got banned. Because none of the reasons that they bring up are different than they've been for years when they didn't ban it. They just finally banned it because the vast majority of viral content that has anything to do with politics on TikTok is criticism of Israel. And then we get this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wait until the mass awakening.
Alright, I gotta fuel up and rest up, baby. Alright, let's get some gasoline in here. It's like my tank is almost 200 gallons, actually. Chaz, I mean, I talked about it a little bit. Washington game. There's not much to say. Detroit has 8 billion injuries on defense. I thought they'd still be able to beat Washington, and honestly, they probably would have if they didn't lose the turnover battle 5-0. But, you know, I think we all kind of knew where things were going to end for Detroit. We just didn't know when. I certainly didn't think it was going to be this week. I don't think Washington's all that good. And yet, here we are.
I just realized we're going to get a Rams in NFC Championship game. That's this is the ultimate culmination of the RG3 trade.
I like it.
Why can't I find a way station that doubles as a rest area and having to navigate like cities gas station? I just want to detach my trailer so that I can fucking maneuver.
What brand is your truck, by the way? I can't tell what mine is.
On the steering wheel.
Yeah, the text on the steering wheel is too dark, is too small. I can't read it.
Oh. Let me try something. Alright, I was wrong. I'm going 30 miles over the speed limit. Let's go.
Hey, Austin. Oh, another toll road. I love it. How much money do I have? Like 350,000 beasting? Something like that. Right around 350,000. After this mission, I should have over 400. I mean, there's some truth to that, Austin, but at the same time, we all knew that Detroit's injuries on defense were going to be their undoing, and they were. At least the offense did some stuff that was good. Their defense did nothing good that whole game, basically. I can't believe they went empty on 3rd and 1 in the red zone. Like, I understand throwing the ball there because you're going to run for it on 4th down. But why are you going empty, dude? That was insane. I'm fine with Dan Campbell's gambling for the most part, honestly. But to me, it's more the little nuances. Like today, again, he went empty on 3rd and 1 in the red zone. That's insane. If you want to throw the ball, fine, but have a running back there to at least make the defense think about it. Yeah, that was the golf fumble, Austin. Oh my god.
And then Justin Herbert.
The fucking Trump meme coin is going to get listed on Coinbase. I could actually buy it without moving any funds around. I'm not going to, because the bottom will probably drop out soon, but I could if I really wanted to.
That's insane that many people are buying at the top.
Mm-hmm. What would be hilarious, what if it's not a meme coin and it actually ends up being like the new Ethereum? Like it legitimately catches on as a first world cryptocurrency.
It would easily surpass a Bitcoin, and then we would no longer trade in dollars, we would trade in Trumps. 199 US Trumps.
I'll give you 3 Trumps in exchange for a PlayStation 6.
It's Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer.
One last ride for Bobby Wagner. Part of me definitely loves to see it. Even if I seriously doubt it's going to last beyond next week.
Yeah. Very early on in the game,
Mm-hmm.
before it was even clear that the Skins were going to win. But the Lions were just like, at that point, they were struggling still, even though they had the lead. And I said Rams Eagles is the actual NFC Championship game.
You were onto something.
Urban Ball, let's go. Fuck. I'm gonna pull over because driving while it's dark is just making me even sleepier in real life.
Well, it's going to be dark for a while.
Sadly.
I've been driving all night, there's sweat on the wheel. Do, 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 do.
For some reason, Pentagon in all caps is trending. So people said they hit the Pentagon. Lyle, wake up! They hit the Pentagon.
In hindsight, when I made the meme video for every Seahawks trade, when I got to the Wilson trade, instead of doing check the news, doesn't matter what channel, I probably should have done future saying sensational. Would have been better. Would have fit better.
No, that one was perfect. Because you didn't know yet how that was gonna go, and everyone was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
What it should be is reacting to these moments and memes with hindsight, and then it would be sensational.
Sensational.
Dude, check the news. It doesn't matter what channel.
Oh, that's fantastic. The reason Pentagon's trending in the first place is because people's reaction to TikTok being gone is literally to do the they hit the Pentagon meme. Amazing. Sense, you know, because TikTok is filled with culture. So those folks not being able to figure out how to use a VPN, on brand.
Very much. Honestly, the main reason why I hope it stays banned is that it seems to piss off all the people I hate.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good enough reason to want something banned, but I feel like it is. You know?
Good enough reason.
Yeah, Chaz, I have an actual steering wheel. You can't see it because the webcam isn't pointed down enough. But yes, I have steering wheel and pedals. I have pedals beneath my desk. The only thing I don't have is the gear shift, which that would probably make the game too complicated for me because I don't even drive a stick in real life.
Oh Christ! I just saw the original video of the Bills fan throwing up in his hand, and the audio of the person filming it. Oh man, he's like, Jesus Christ, bro, he's still throwing up. And then there's a woman in the background. She's like, Jesus, call the hospital, call a doctor. He needs help. And he's like, bro, he's still throwing up. What the fuck?
He really thought
The
if he put
poor
his
guy.
hand up in front of his mouth, nobody would notice.
He's still going. Everyone knows what he's doing too. Holy shit! An even better video. It's got like it shows people are backing away from him. There's like so many people giving him advice. Just breathe, buddy. It's gonna be okay.
Wonder how
Oh
much
my god, this
alcohol
is
he
amazing.
drank.
That's amazing.
Yeah. There's the steering wheel, guys. Should be able to see some of it. I should probably tag the stream with steering wheel and pedals or something.
Add a picture in picture of another.
Yeah, I thought about that because I do have a second webcam.
And then just have it pointing straight at your feet.
I have thought about doing that.
Even funnier. And it's not like a live feed. Actually just a picture. And you just take a quick snapshot before the stream of like your feet aren't even on the pedals. So everyone's like, how are you driving without using the gas or the brakes? But you're not using them.
Shut the fuck up about the fucking bubbles before I take the bubbles away forever.
So HVAC Barkley started watching the Marvel movies with his
Okay.
kids.
Alright.
So now, because making fun of fat women is to get stale, he's decided to start Marvel posting,
Okay. I hear you. Go on.
and it's so much worse. He's doing it on purpose to troll.
Why do you think women, especially like basic white women, like horror movies so much?
I don't know.
Because I was thinking about it. Because my dad was talking to my brother today about, because he watched a Bone Tomahawk, and he was talking about it with my brother, and he said, like, don't watch it with your woman. Now, I want to be clear, my brother's wife is not actually white; she's Filipino.
Mhm.
But she was raised mostly in America, right? So she has the
Mhm.
same vibe. And my brother's like, yeah, my wife actually deals with that kind of stuff much better than I do, like gore and horror and weird shit. And it got me thinking. It feels like there's a lot of that. And I was like, I wonder
I,
what the
I
causes of that.
I think it's also, the obsession that women have with like true crime stuff.
Right.
Just really like violence. But they don't like violence in the same way that men like violence. Men like violence that's organized. So like we like war and combat, or like you might be fighting something that's savage, like an animal or some other kind of non-sapient form of life.
Hmm.
But then you have an organized defense against that, like a last stand against, the arachnid menace in Starship Troopers. That's still organized violence, even though the bugs aren't organized. The people defending against the bugs are. That's what men like. They like organized violence. Women like senseless violence. They like savage, brutal, animalistic violence.
Oh, I just passed you. Just saw you pulled over. I
Well,
just realized that was you.
oh, good. Yeah,
Mm.
so that's why they're attracted to serial killers and horror movies and stuff like that.
All right. I dig it.
Bless you.
Hmm. This is a game where you basically deliver cargo from destination to destination, and it's trying to be a simulation. So all the maps are almost identical to the real world maps in America, just scaled down, and the mechanisms of delivering stuff is very grounded in reality. So it's just a chill game that you play when you don't feel like getting stressed out and you just want to, you know, motor around western to middle America. Now you could play the game like a psychopath if you really wanted to, but it's not that rewarding because it's not like GTA where you can just cause a ridiculous amount of chaos and explosions and shit. Can't really kill people. You okay? You sounded like you were getting strangled.
Like what?
You sounded like you were getting strangled.
Oh, I don't know why my left foot is bothering me, but it's bothering me. My heel
Mhm.
aches for some reason.
you like the video I showed you from the Goonicide guy? Commanders fans at the Jaden Daniel meet and greet, and then the guy pulls up with no pants on.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Sir, you need to leave.
You're right, though. You can barely tell he has no pants on.
You definitely don't see a hog.
Thank you, Chaz Daz. Appreciate that. I demand a white doctor. Yeah, Santi. They wanted to get a bunch of different content creators together for every team and sport. I cannot believe Americans were deprived of the water park episode in Yu-Gi-Oh! Life is so unfair.
Oh, I checked Twitter just now, and by the way, I'm back to attempting to drive again.
Okay. That's fine.
We're still both in Nebraska. You're not actually that far ahead of me.
Yeah, I just had to do a way station, so to be able to make up a little bit of.
So anyway, in Twitter just now, you know what fan base is taking the most joy out of the Lions losing?
The Bears,
No.
Vikings, Packers.
I want to see if you'll actually get it.
It's not the Vikings or Packers?
Vision.
Wow. I'm not sure then.
Niners fans.
Okay.
The amount of people saying Purdy is better than Goff, like, regardless of whether or not that's even true, they're treating this like their Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They're happier. They're happier right now than they were at this time last year when they had actually won a playoff game.
I mean, Purdy versus Goff is the battle of mid anyway, right? I don't know what the big deal is.
That's why I'm telling you, because I'm shocked. I'm like, you're not in the same division. You're not considered rivals in any way. Goff and Purdy are not rivals. I'm not shit-talking you because the Niners are completely irrelevant this year. Why the hell are you the happiest over what happened? Fans are happier than Redskins fans right now. Like, what the fuck? I have no idea what the hell's going on. But if you go on Twitter right now, the vast majority of the Goff shit talking is coming from Niners fans.
And in their defense, Goff is ass, but
yes,
Niners fans don't have that much of a leg to stand on here. With all the injuries Purdy's had to his throwing arm over the last 3 years, I don't know if he's going to be able to throw the ball more than 15 yards down the field when he gets back, man. It's going to be a rough scene.
Could you imagine if he actually had to call it quits early before he even got the big contract?
Probably why he's going to demand a big contract this offseason so he can get paid now before his arm gives out.
Yeah. Actually be the funniest thing in the world if there was a quarterback that was ambidextrous and he had situations like that where his throwing arm and his dominant hand went completely fucky, and then he literally just switched hands and he was exactly as good. Man, how crazy would that be? Well, it's because he's left-handed. That's what you get with a left-handed quarterback. That is all like, you know what, I forgot, by the way, guys, I'm right-handed the whole time.
It's like in The Princess Bride.
Exactly. And then he's even worse. Oh, man. My guy is sleepy. I pulled over and I literally just made him sit still and do nothing for 9 hours.
Please tell me you're exaggerating.
Well, not when I pulled over because I was in real life sleepy and needed to wake myself up. I had just recently gone to a rest zone, and my guy's already at 3/4 sleepy meter filled. But
yeah, man, last night made me kind of think about how I don't really know anything about cats. Like, a cat shows up, and, you know, I probably wasn't going to feed him anyway because you don't want to feed cats that that just wander to your house unless you want them to come back. But I was like, I don't even know what cats eat. I know they eat seafood, but I don't have seafood.
Just any kind of meat. They are predators. They generally enjoy chicken. But you'd be surprised. Cats can eat a lot of things. You know, like
if I gave him processed ham from the deli, I don't think he'd like that, right?
As long as it's not like overly seasoned.
Really, that surprises me. I thought that would be no bueno.
cats love yogurt.
Interesting.
Lots of cats like cheese. Most cat food's based around organ meat.
I've never had a cat, partially because my mom does not like cats. Because when she was little, she had a traumatic experience of watching a cat like massacre and eat a mouse in front of her, and it just stayed with her because there was like blood and guts everywhere, and this cat's just ripping it to pieces, and that's something that's
Fair enough.
stuck with her.
Fair enough. Because, yeah, cats are predators. There's no need to make excuses for it. Dogs are too. And, dogs can be just as vicious as cats. The difference is, though, is that dogs, they're not as sadistic as cats are. Because cats play with their food. Dogs really don't.
Right.
And a cat will also kill because it's bored. When it's killing for sport.
The dogs that I've had, whenever they've found like a critter or something, they generally are just more like intrigued by it rather than trying to kill or eat it or anything like that. Like, I don't get the sense that they're ever really like trying to murder the thing. They're just like, what the hell is this thing?
At the same time, it's not like cats are evil either. I love cats compared to dogs because cats are so independent and mostly keep to themselves.
Right.
Dogs are incredibly needy, which is one reason girls really like dogs is because they're like a child replacement in that sense, but
there was a family that we were friends with for a long time who lived not too far from here. And they had a lot of animals during their time of us knowing them and hanging out with them and stuff. And they were including cats. And one of the cats they had was a outdoor cat. And one day he just disappeared and never came back. And they were like, well, the coyotes must have gotten her. Something.
That sucks. Yeah, I could never have my cats be outdoor cats, because while, if they had been trained to be like that, I know that they'd have all been fine. It's that whole kind of thing. It's like, cat's not on the top of the food chain, and you can sit there and say circle of life and all that kind of shit, but I'm all like, well, if you care about it enough to have it be your pet, you should be upset at the idea of it being savagely mauled by some fucking rabid coyote.
Yeah, Moogle had that happen too a few years ago. Actually, he and his roommate had a couple of cats, and they weren't really his. They were just cats that like showed up to his back door one day, and he just decided, okay, I guess these are kind of my cats now. And he would let them wander around the neighborhood. Sometimes he'd go days without seeing them, and whenever they showed up, he'd feed them and be affectionate. And then one day, they just stopped showing up, and he was like, well, pretty good chance that somebody got to him.
You could say that, and you could also say that, it was a group of women thought that they were cute, so decided to adopt them because they didn't think they belonged to anybody else.
Right. And not too long after that, Mughal and his roommate got 2 cats for themselves. They actually like bought them,
Mhm.
and they're indoor
Yeah.
cats, so now he doesn't have to worry about that.
That's good.
The thing that I always find interesting are like the videos you can find on the internet of like a cat and a dog that have developed a good relationship. I always find that interesting. Like there was this one where the dog was so old he had gone blind and couldn't really see anything. So the cat would lead him around by going around the house and meowing so it could follow the cat's voice.
Oh, that's sweet.
Stuff like that I think is pretty cool.
Now, one thing that I really like about cats is that when they study them psychologically to try to determine how cats see things that they like, you know, when they like something and they trust it, they just see it as being another cat that just looks different.
Right.
So when your cat loves you, it just thinks you're a giant cat. In the story, like you were telling, you know, there was an old dog. It didn't think, oh, it's a dog. It was like, oh, it's just a really weird, smelly cat. I like that.
Hmm.
I just the cord disconnect. Okay.
Well, I can still hear you, but you're pitchy as shit. Oh shit. Well, that was an L on my part. Is that Shane Gillis in that meme video that I see all the time? The guy who sticks the gun into his mouth? That is Shane Gillis, right? It looks just like him, except he looks fatter. I think Snacks may have dropped off the call. Discord's been having problems all night, so it would not surprise me. I'm going to take a look at it in a second here.
Okay,
Oh.
what about now?
Okay, I hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I had to reconnect the number of times.
Alright, well, hopefully that helps. But anyway, what I was saying when I realized you had dropped off for a second was, the guy in that meme video that I see a lot, is that Shane Gillis, the guy who puts the gun in his mouth?
Yes.
Okay, because it looks like him except fat, and I was like, did Shane Gillis lose weight recently or something?
Yeah, he's still a bit chunky, but he was chunkier when he was on SNL.
so happy he's not on SNL. I feel like he's been
Same.
unleashed without being on a show like that.
Same. Because yeah, he probably would have lost his job on SNL if he was doing Kill Tony. But oh man,
Yeah.
sit there and I laugh because I just remember the girl that I was trying to date last year, and now she just ghosted me out of nowhere, talking about how she loved Kill Tony, and then I didn't know who he was yet. So she mentions, oh, he was on Joe Rogan. Maybe you saw him there. I'm like, oh yeah, I like Joe Rogan. And then after that, I never heard from her again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was mentioning Joe Rogan or what, but I'm all like, but she loved Kill Tony before. I'm all like, well, she like him because of the association with Joe Rogan. I'm like, well, you damn sure don't like him now. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah. That video I just sent you is one of my favorite videos on YouTube, though, even though it features a cat, and I've never really done the cat thing. You've probably seen that video before. It's been around a long time.
I'll check it again the next time that I stop.
Alright, I'm only 590 miles away.
784.
Very nice. She was used to having meat coming at her from all directions, but not like this.
I'm gonna be the money president. Oh man, and that should be what Biden says tomorrow. He's just like, it's my last day as president. I've been wondering what am I going to be known for, and I'm going to be the money president. Everybody gets $1 billion.
We'll crash the economy. I love how in that clip they just reversed the clip of him looking up from his phone for him to start looking down at his phone again. What? No, dude, you shit your pants and crash the economy in one day. Remember when they worked?
Man, I got the doctor. I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Discord's having a bad night.
Evidently my Discord ping right now is 280. What the fuck?
Huh. You know, the thing is, our American Truck Simulator session only has like 55 milliseconds. That is a humongous pain in the ass.
What happened?
This way station I have to go to is way on the other side of the road, and getting there's gonna make me do this loop that's gonna take fucking forever.
Yeah.
Uh, I know my vehicle is not perfect. Shut up. Come on. Come on. Gun it. Oh, nice classic car. Pulling into my right here, right next to me. It'd be a shame if I had to run it off the road. $341 to go.
619.
All right. I may need to stop to get gas. We'll see. It's close.
Yeah, I just had to get gas because my tank is tiny.
Fuck out of the lane if you're not gonna go fast. Asshole. You being gay has destroyed this family.
You are gay. We've known that you're gay. I like when he had the guy with the fucking birth defects up there, so his arms looked all weird.
Yeah.
They were all tiny and deformed. Because I have a question. Why couldn't Dr. Grant see you when you didn't move?
Or you mean the other way around?
Yeah. Everyone's like just dead silent. He's like, "That was a beautiful Jurassic Park joke, and you didn't get."
I'm surprised nobody got that one.
Well, because they didn't know who Dr. Grant was. Because they know about Jurassic Park, but all they've seen is Jurassic World.
Okay.
They're all a bunch of Zoomer idiots. Motherfucker! Why would you do that? Oh my god. Another truck decides he's going to merge over into the lane that I'm driving in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that was a lot of damage. That sucked.
Who was at fault?
100% him. Like,
And yet you'll still be punished for it.
well, exactly. You can't merge like that. Oh no, Discord's randomly dropping me again.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I can hear you, but it sounds rough.
Ugh.
We're almost done. We'll figure it out after.
Yeah, I actually have to get totem stuff.
Oh.
I can't fucking stay awake. This is so boring. Ugh. Ugh. Man, I'm just wiped out all day.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. I know, JS. It doesn't seem right. Jared Goff let us down.
Closer. Son of a fucking.
Kill for Lions fans, though, man. These fucking Lions fans. Everybody deserves to be happy occasionally. Except for the people I hate, of course.
Yeah, it's. Man, I'm just so fucking. This is a miserable experience.
Are you still stuck?
No, the goddamn Discord issues.
Okay, it sounds good right now. Huh. I haven't done anything. I'm surprised it sounds okay right now.
Anyway, yeah, because I had to tow myself, it towed me several hundred miles backwards, so.
Oh boy.
Yay.
How far away are you from the destination?
589.
Alright, well. I'm gonna have plenty of time to start laundry after I park.
So,
Fuck your red light.
yeah. With the Lions losing, the Rams making the Super Bowl, starting to be seen as a
Mhm.
more likely possibility now for people because they're one of the three remaining teams in the NFC. They were like, but surely the Eagles are going to beat them, and I'm like, yeah, it's possible that the Eagles could beat them, but the Eagles went one and done last year, and nobody saw that coming, even though they were spiraling out of control. The Eagles this season haven't really looked that much better. The bright spot is Saquon Barkley, who's been great, but like, no guarantee.
JS, I think I've taken 3 rest stops so far. I don't think I'm going to have to take a 4th one.
Even though I have 600 miles left to go, I'm not going to take any rest stops because I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm just going to go. Like, I'm just going to go. I'm not even going to stop and pull over for gas. If I need gas, I'll just call the emergency.
Won't that just take longer than getting
At this
gas?
point, yes, at this point, I'm going to spend more money to get the job done than I'm actually going from.
Uh-huh.
My car goes very damaged because of uh, getting stuck like I did. That was not good.
That's when you detach your trailer and just make a break for Canada.
Okay.
The shotgun you keep in your sleeper cab is enough to take over the entire country. It's like the Foxford comic.
Exactly. I mean, Detroit just got extremely unlucky with all the defensive injuries they sustained. This was obviously their year, and the football gods were just like, absolutely not. Detroit, you're not winning the Super Bowl. Fuck off. The Michigan Wolverines won the national title last year. You're not getting another title so quickly. That's the problem. Is they all in to win their. It didn't matter. Man, I cannot stay connected. I hear the little ding every 5 seconds now.
Yeah, it's not his microphone, JS. It's Discord. Discord's having problems tonight. I'm gonna try to restart it or update it when I get done with this drive. And see if it helps. But we are aware. It sounds the same exact way to me, too. Cool wind in my hair. Rising up through the air.
You know how completely fucked this is? I'm still in Wyoming.
You got this, man. You got this.
God, I really hope my unemployment claim gets approved. I desperately fucking need that. Ugh.
I'm rooting for you. And I mean, you should legitimately get it. You did work for Amazon for a while, and then now you're not.
Right. And I quit for a medical reason. Just feel like it's not going to be until fucking February that I actually get anything. How long it's taken them.
Come on, give me green. I'm 1 mile away. I just barely have a sliver Left in the gas tank. I see El Destination. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Yeah, JS, I think the thing is, when people see a quarterback coming out of college when they're older, like 24 or 25, the idea is that they're going to hit their ceiling very quickly. So I'm sure people are looking at, like, Daniels and Knicks is like, oh yeah, they were really successful as rookies, but they're also not going to get much better than they currently are. Whereas someone like Caleb Williams was only 21 in his rookie year, he's going to get a lot better. So I don't think that narrative is going away. Oh, easily, JS. Easily.
What easily? What's easy?
Geno wins the game tonight for Detroit if they had Geno instead of Jared Goff. I mean, Goff had 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
Geno hasn't had 4 turnovers in a game since
here's a harder one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Does Justin Herbert win that game?
I think so. But that's hard. Alright, we did it. And I'm now putting a point into high value cargo. Right? High value?
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. Alright, I gotta start laundry. So you go ahead and finish up, I'll be back.
Yep. Yeah, I got 280 miles to go, and my guy just fell asleep while driving.
Alright. Alright. I am back.
So 60 miles to go. I ate a fine for $5,000 for speeding.
Were you going like 800 miles over?
I was going 40 over. I was barreling through a town where the speed limit was 30. I'm going 70.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Alright, I restarted Discord. Maybe that'll help. I don't know.
Well, I have a sneaking suspicion what I think the problem might be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll try that once I'm done here.
Okay.
30 miles. Jesus.
You got this, fam.
Yeah. I lost $20,000 in fines and repairs just since this job started.
Okay, you're still profiting then.
Here's hoping. But this is also the most damaged cargo I've ever turned in, so I don't know how much I'm going to get fined on that, too. Also, I'm barreling through a city with a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit at 60 miles an hour again, so hope for no cops. Otherwise, I'll need another $5,000 fine. Jesus. This town needs an enema. Oh, fuck me, a train? Seriously? That's the last thing I need right now. So, all the different stops and everything else put me over a day behind schedule. Jesus.
Yikes. Oh, nice big country. Sounds like fun.
What? Almost there. I can see it on the map now. I see a sign advertising prime rib. I must be close.
I saw that too. You are close.
recruitment agents. Fucking God, fucking. I missed my fucking turn because it has to tell me, you unlocked the recruiting agency. Why would I care? Why do you need to shut my map off so that you can let me know that you fucking.
I've had that happen before. I fucking hate it.
I was right there, man. Yeah. Now this is true middle America city planning right here. The only thing that it looks like the town was built around the Walmart. There's nothing else here but that Walmart. Based.
Many such cases, actually.
Exactly. Image cost me $20,000. I did make $50,000 from the payout. Minus the what, 30,000? But yeah, $20,000 profit. Let's go. $1,000 of profit on an $80,000 payout contract advertising. Perfect. Didn't even level up either. Good heavens. Yeah, that's enough trucking for me right now.
Okay, you got in? Okay.
Yeah, I made it.
Alright, let me know when I can close the session. Oh, okay, you left it. Alright.
Yeah, go for it.
I now have our next long haul mission will get me to about a $500,000.
Nice. I am gonna grab a beer and play some
And play what?
me side.
Alright guys. See you guys later.